there's a TFR around the area, and winds for the surface on 3000, and and if there's any NOTA, sorry, any um, um, Tango or Sierra equivalents or anything in the area. I wanted to know if there's any TFRs in the area, as well as the winds aloft at 3000 and at the surface. Please. What time is that in local?
From 4 p.m. for 4 p.m.
Okay, never mind. Okay, and which altitude was that again? Okay.
Anything to concern us till 3 p.m. local, which is 1700 Zulu? Any concerns for us as far as TFRs for New York from now until 3 p.m. local, which is 1900 Zulu? No, 2045. That's all we need. Thank you so much. No, not required. We got it.
No, thanks.
We got it.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much.
2045. Let's get out of here. 4 o'clock. It's gonna be bad.
Put in the back if you want to just leave it fly. We can secure.
Yeah, it's doing it. Yeah, the altimeter isn't working. Juliet. Can I start?
Alright.
Yeah, the box is open. It doesn't close because the thing doesn't.
Don't worry.
Okay.
If you want, you can buy it. If you want, you can close it and then put the plastic underneath. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Nothing's gonna happen.
Huh?
What do you got there in the back?
I've got nothing important.
Nothing's gonna happen. Monoxide, maybe recorder. So it's up to you.
You want to close it, it's not. Put the plastic on the bottom of the box.
Yeah, put that PVC plastic on the bottom and close the box with latches. Like they have a lot of maintenance.
What?
Is there both of them in the hangar now?
Yeah.
Probably shit to fix. You ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's crank it up.
Republic Airport information, Juliet, time 1-3 Zulu, wind 320 with 21, peak gust 30, visibility 10, sky 6,000 scattered, temperature 10, dew point -3, altimeter 2976. Visual approach in use, landing and departing runway 32. Low-level wind shear advisories are in effect. IFR departures, please advise ground control and misconduct your IFR. Read back all runway hold short instructions. Read back all runway assignments. Advise Republic Tower on this contact. You have information. Juliet.
Clear right, clear left. Juliet, winds are at 320, gusting to 30. But straight down straight down the runway. You'll see the windsock as you're taxiing out, yeah. You have the controls for a second? I got the controls. You want me to expedite this and start taxiing so you can save time? Your controls.
Taxi Echo via Alpha.
Taxi Echo via Alpha, state 00.
Just looking for the checklist, and I got it. Yeah. Clear on the left, clear right. Everything's on the green, oil pressure is good, oil temperature is warming up. You ready? Yep. I'll give them a call. Your controls, you give them a call. My controls. Controls 20.
Republic ground, this is Cessna 757 Alpha Delta at Atlantic with Juliet ready to taxi.
Calling from Atlantic, say again?
Republic ground, this is Cessna 757 Alpha Delta at Atlantic with Juliet ready to taxi.
Cessna 757 Alpha Delta, runway 32, cross runway 1 is the approach and Golf Alpha.
Runway 32, runway 1 at Golf Alpha, 7 Alpha Delta, thank you.
Clear to cross runway 1 on the approach end. Left on Golf, right on Alpha. Runway 32 for departure. So, clear to cross runway 1 on the approach end. Approach end, Golf Alpha. Clear left. Turn landing, the landing light is on. We are cleared to cross. All lights on. The altimeter isn't working. It's not within 75. It's not within 75, but what I did is put it on field elevation, which is 82. You know, for technicality,
Over ground, November 1-2 to Charlie.
you're not supposed to do it. You're supposed to fix the altimeter to within 75. Right. But just to expedite, you know, we're going to be setting it to field elevation and deal with the field elevation. Now, wind is from the left. What it's going to do to the tail is swing it to the right. And the tail's going to swing to the right, the nose is going to go to the left. And aircraft will weather vane to the left. So what you need to do is apply aileron into the wind. Beautiful. As the wind stock is showing. Yep. Seems like it's really windy. Windy, I got seen at 30. Gusting to 30? Yep. Yeah, if you feel dizzy for whatever reason, you know, just let me know. We'll come back early. Let's request, you request southeast or northeast? What did you request?
I'll request the southeast departure.
Let's do northeast departure.
There's a TFR over there.
And what time does that start? At 20:45 Zulu, right?
I don't remember. But I'll just avoid that area. Stay out of trouble. I'll just go to the southeast.
Republic ground 70757 Alpha Delta. When does that TFR start today? Do you have any information on that?
Cessna 757 Alpha Delta, 1645 local to
1645.
we're not sure exactly where it's supposed to be over, but 1645 local is when it actually starts.
Cover that. 2045 Zulu. We'll be back on the ground by then. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay, until 2045 Zulu, you got no worries. Okay, so.
And the time now is?
Time now is 1731 Zulu.
Okay, so we got less than an hour. No, we got 17. So we got, so what time is it now? 17.
Now it's 1:31 p.m., which is 1731 Zulu, and we got till 2045. So you got 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours. Cool.
Before we have to worry about it, so it's good.
All right.
This guy is really... Did you visually check the fuel?
Yeah.
Visually? Okay, so we're topped off, right?
Yeah, we're topped off.
Gauges show full, but I always ask.
Yep. To the wind.
Not that I don't trust you, I trust you 100%, but
definitely.
I like to have a backup if both of us, you know.
Yeah, I'm the same exact way.
Yep, nothing wrong with that, yep.
Exactly, yep. Okay. So, pre-flight inspection, okay, take off. Eastern responders on altitude. And alright. Before I take off, parking brake set, cabin doors, yours is locked, mine is locked.
Cabin door is locked on the left.
Controls is free and correct.
Control, free and correct. Check your rudder too for the spin.
Okay, yep. And instrument set. It's not working. Yeah, that's good. Go shut off valves on. Extra pitch trim for takeoff. All 1700 RPM. Mag check.
Mag check. 2 clicks to the left, check for drop. Looking good. Back to both.
Back to both.
1 click to the left, check for drop. Back to both.
Yeah, back to both. Seems good. Both of the green.
Ground, exit at 600, taxi Summit landing with
Production is good.
That's at 600 Republic.
Heartbeat.
Roger, runway 32, taxi north on runway 1.
Great. Radio set.
north on runway 1.
Beacon operation, and we're ready for takeoff.
Exit at 600.
Alrighty.
Just throttle to idle check, which I missed.
We'll smell the heat. The heat's bothering you?
Yeah.
Kill it. Kill it.
Yeah.
I just, now when you throttle back, that's where I smelled it.
Just keep it open until,
Yep, if you want the fresh air, it's okay. Keep the window open, there's nothing wrong with that.
okay, clear right, clear left.
Clear left. Power's up.
4 Lima Tango, do you go to the landing?
So you want to go southeast?
Whatever you want.
I prefer to go north because we don't have to deal with Kennedy traffic. Above 4,000, you have all the arrivals in Class Bravo.
Delta 2,
Great,
turn
okay.
0 to
I
go.
prefer a standard departure.
Yeah.
Tango,
Okay, that works.
Windy up there, huh? Yeah, unpleasant.
Yeah, gusting to 30 is, you know, I had gusting to 36 not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Cessna 63 Alpha, wind 290.12, gust 31, runway 32, clear for takeoff. Takeoff, runway 32, 63 Alpha.
Sometimes they exaggerate though.
Really?
Sometimes. They see a little peak and they add 4 numbers on it. I would trust the windsock. Totally trust the windsock.
Yeah.
That's your best indication.
I mean, it seems like it's above 20 knots. 20. And Republic Tower, this is Cessna 757 Alpha Delta, ready for departure, runway 32.
Cessna 757 Alpha Delta, Republic Tower, wind 280 at 22, gust 31, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 32, 7 Alpha Delta.
Tell them the standard departure. Tell them standard departure.
And requesting standard departure.
Tell them 7 Alpha Delta, standard departure.
And Republic Tower, 7 Alpha Delta, we're going to be doing standard departure.
Alpha Delta, roger.
Beautiful. Let them know. That knows what you're doing.
Okay. Coming in from the left.
Winds 280. Left cross 280.
Good afternoon, Republic Tower, citation 392, Mike Golf.
Airspeed alive.
Shoreline visual 350.
I'll rotate a little faster.
Mike Golf, Republic Tower, descending your discretion, runway 32, clear to land. Altitude's our discretion, clear to land, runway 32, 392, Mike Golf. And, was it a Ventura over Captree calling inbound as well? I'm gonna say 70 inbound. Sorry, state 70, Republic Tower, straight in for runway 32, report the initial line. And for Robert State 70, I would like to request that you go that we are,
What's that, you hear that, like vibrating stuff?
0, straight at 32.
You hear that?
I'd like to request that you go. State 70, I have your request.
You hear that, Thorne? Oh, that's the, plastic. Alright.
Could be.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it. If you feel anything wrong with the rudder, or with the flight control, specifically the rudder, let me know.
Yeah.
Wow, nice performance. What's the standard departure out of Republic? I'm assuming you're teaching it to your students.
Yeah, so at 700 feet, 800 feet AGL, 700 feet AGL, we turn right.
Hold short.
Turn to 010.
Thank you. What are we following on
And we're going to follow
Route 110. 110, excellent. Until when?
Until Long Island Expressway, which is coming up.
And then what?
And then you could proceed to your direction of flight.
Proceed on course, excellent.
So what altitude do you want us to climb to?
I don't know, you teach me.
Okay, I'll say we go up to, what's the minimum required for spin training?
Just recovery before 1,500 feet.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought it's higher for spins.
Really?
Power on, power off stall, and all the stalls I think is 1,500. Spins is higher, you tell me.
Okay. I see something in the air. That's really weird.
UFO? You see any UFO?
I see that red thing.
Yeah, it looks like a UFO, isn't it? Go towards it? Let's take a look.
Yeah? You want to go towards it?
Yeah, go towards it. Let's see that red thing. What is it? Looks like a balloon, maybe?
Oh, seems like a chopper or something.
Helicopter?
Like a small drone.
A drone?
It's really weird.
Think it's a UFO, maybe?
Nah.
Let me take a look. Point to it? I lost it when you turned it.
Yeah, right there.
Where is it?
Right off our wing. Just bank out for a second. Bank out.
Bank out?
Yeah, you see.
Still see it?
Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. Yep.
Alright, let's go back left.
That was weird. That was very weird.
Could be a remote control helicopter, maybe?
You never know.
Huh.
Never know. Never know.
Interesting.
Yeah. It had something red on top of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Citation 2 Mike Golf,
I just warned us now, so no
Mike
factor.
Golf, going to Atlantic. Citation 2 Mike Golf, left turn Bravo, taxi to Atlantic, and monitor ground every day. Bravo to Atlantic, monitor ground, 300 Mike Golf.
Feeling okay? Yeah, okay, so
so far so good.
Alright.
You're clear, touch and go, runway 32, may...
Let's keep the climb going.
The wind,
Best rate.
021, gust 32, or there'll be a citation departure.
21 gusting to 32 now.
Good crosswind.
Clear, touch and go, right traffic.
Yeah, pretty challenging landing down there.
600, wind 290 at 15, gust 32, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
I've landed 3-3,
Let's get 600.
like maximum ever. You know, in the G1000. Pretty interesting for the length of
The maximum crosswind component
is on this
17.
airplane.
What is it? 17?
On this airplane, it's like 12 something.
What if you have more than the crosswind component for the aircraft?
You're the test pilot.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, that was the demonstrated, that was what the demonstrated, wind was. What the test pilot did. So anything more than that
Is there anything else you can do?
I mean, you can come a little faster than usual with less flaps.
What else can you do to the crosswind to work in your
pick a
favor?
runway that goes into the wind.
What if you don't have anything that's going into the wind? You're like 90-degree crosswind. What can you do?
90-degree.
Stick
Republic.
We just took off from Republic.
Yeah.
The wind is 280. Let's make it more aggressive. The wind is 250. 25 gusting to 35, and you're landing runway 32.
Yeah, that's some heavy crosswind. Let's see.
What can you do to, not become a test pilot and do something in your favor so you can
land somewhere else?
No, you're still landing in Republic.
2.8? I would say. I mean, that's the closest runway. That's the most aligned with the wind. So, I mean, you can't really... Since we're going above 3,000, I'll just lean it just an inch. Since we're going above 3,000, the air density is less. So.
How about minimizing the crosswind component? Tail dragger tactic. You heard of it?
Minimize minimizing the crosswind control. No, not crosswind control. The crosswind component. Minimizing the crosswind component. Tail dragger tactic. Maybe aligning yourself on the side of the runway, so when you land and you flare, you're on the center line. Not really. You land, you touch down on the downwind side of the runway. So, if you're coming 3-2 winds from the left, gusting to 35, which way on the runway, which side of the runway 3-2 you're going to land? The left side of the runway. The left side? The left part of the runway. The left part? 3-2. You're on the downwind side, not on the upwind. You're on the downwind. Oh, you're on downwind. Okay. Yeah, the downwind side. Which one? You know what? Forget about the downwind. Too confusing. Right side or left side of runway 32 to minimize? Left side. Yeah. The left side? Yeah, look. You're 32, right? Okay. 32. Okay. The wind is coming from here. You want to be over here. Let's say this is the center line, right? You're going to be on the left. So when you flare, it's going to push you to the right. And you're already going to be on the center line, no? Oh, my God. What? What? That's what I learned by private. I mean, unless you're talking about something else. My control. Your control.
I'm the state 66 over capture bridge. Inbound with information, Juliet, for touch and go.
Inbound from Captree, make a straight in for runway 32, report the inner shoreline. Just say again, you called.
I'm the state 66.
State 6, thank you, straight in runway 32.
Straight in 32 from the state 66.
You okay? Yeah. Hi. Wow. Wow. I had to wake you up. Oh my gosh. Right side or left side of the runway, for God's sake? Oh my gosh. Right side or left side? Oh my God. You okay? Yeah. Right side or left side to minimize crosswind component? Your control. My controls. No way! No, forget about the spin. This spin was to get your head spinning so you wake up. The spin was to get your head spinning. That's crazy. The spin was to get your head spinning so you wake up. Thank you. My question to you is this. Are you going to land on the right side of the runway 32 to minimize crosswind component, or on the left side of the runway to minimize crosswind component? Okay, I'll say right side. Excellent. Now, the answer is correct. However, why on the right side to minimize the crosswind component? Because I don't want another spin. Oh my God. Alright, forget about it. You're never going to get it. No, on the ground. Never flown a tail dragger, that's why. That's why. Alright. Oh, basically, if the wind's from the left, okay, and you got wind coming from the left, and you're landing on starting your landing on the right side of the runway. And you're landing in an angle. 5,500 is good for spin because we got to stay 500 below the clouds too. So, basically, you're landing in an angle towards the runway. If you're landing in an angle towards the runway, what are you doing to your crosswind? Runway is 150 foot wide. Instead of landing center line straight, you're landing from right to left at an angle while the wind is coming from this way. Okay. What are you doing to your... You're minimizing your crosswind component. You're not landing straight down the runway. You're landing at an angle. Right. Right. So you just minimize your crosswind component. Right. Alright? Right. Is this clear or it's a little too complicated? Yeah. No, I understand. You're going into the wind to minimize, yeah. Alright. Very simple. Now, let's talk about spins. If you get dizzy, just let me know. If you don't get dizzy, you're cool about it. We'll just do 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Okay. If you get dizzy, we'll terminate, come back for landing, reestablish spin training when your dizziness is expired. Okay. Alright? Alright. So, let's talk about spins. What is a spin and why do we do it? Do the what and why. Okay, let's clear the area while we do that. A spin is when
an airplane is in an aggravated stall, or what is also termed auto rotation, where the airplane is spiraling in a vertical path towards the ground. Okay? What happens in a stall is both wings are stalled, however, one wing is more stalled than the other. Okay? The outer wing is the wing that's on the outside of the turn has a lower angle of attack.
Going towards the south, this way we can clear from behind us.
Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so
I want to stay, you know, kind of, look to your right there. You see that area right there? It's nice, yeah, right by the golf course here. That's good right there. So a little bit further south. This way we have a good golf course to land in case of an emergency. Keep going south.
okay. And the reason why we do it is because of the anxiety factors, and also because we want to get the pilot familiar.
Mind if I close?
Okay. On how to recognize.
Too chilly.
Okay. How to recognize and how to recover from spins.
Okay, good enough. And what about minimum loss of altitude? You want to recognize
What's the minimum loss of altitude?
Exactly. We want to recognize the spin after a stall, and we want to be able to recover
With the minimum loss of
with
altitude.
the proper recovery technique to recover with minimum loss of altitude. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's pretty good. Keep going. Back. Islip. Oh, yeah. Winds from the west, it's going to keep pushing you to the east. So I recommend, you know, fly this trip a little bit more westbound than eastbound, because if you're flying 30 seconds east, 30 seconds west, you're going to end up drifting to the east. But, you know, you want to see the stacks over there? That's a good target. It's good. As a matter of fact, that peak over there, it's a good target right there.
Okay. Great. So that's going to be our reference. And
we do a spin just like we're doing this stall. We pick a reference point straight down on the horizon, and we initiate a power-off stall. I don't like to shock cool the engine, so what I usually do when I do spin training is throttle, well, not all the way back to idle, you know, just about a touch of power.
okay.
Let's go ahead and hold your altitude. I'll talk you through the maneuver.
Okay.
Alright. When you get that stall horn, keep that back pressure, a little bit of throttle to prevent shock cooling of the engine. We are clear below, nothing on the TCAS. And as you hit the stall, just apply full rudder in the direction of the spin.
I'll do it to the right.
Alright? You see the power? Alright, that's good power. Right there. Full right rudder. Alright. Go ahead and throttle back to idle. Recover out of the dive. Nice and easy. Aileron neutral. A little bit of power back up towards your reference point, which is right there. Just a little bit to the south. Looks like the wind is more southerly. Westerly than westerly. It's kind of drifting us north. So a little bit more to the south. Okay. Alright, let's go back up to 50. You okay? Let's go back up to 5,500. Looks like we lost a little bit of altitude. Get up to 55. Full power. Cover to 8 off. Right rudder. Get up to 55. Now let's do one to the left. Okay? I need to see 2 full turns, okay? And
Was that 2 full turns?
Almost. And do what you're saying and say what you're doing, because this is if you're going to ever teach spins. I doubt you will, but if you're ever going to teach spins, you're actually going to, you know, be able to teach it. Because if you just do the maneuver and show it, you know, it's not really teaching. You got to talk through the maneuver. I know there's a lot going on, but, you know, try to spit the words out. So it's more of a, you know, of a teaching or an instructional, flight.
Okay.
All right. This is a good heading. This is perfect. No problem. Clear. Nothing on the TCAS. It's too windy for little guys to fly. We're the only crazy ones out there. You know, doing spins in this weather.
Open it first.
Get a little bit more fresh air. Now, if you do get sick, let me know. I don't like people sick on my aircraft, so let me know ahead of time. I'll take us back on the ground quickly.
Okay.
All right, 100 feet to go, 5,500.
I'll say it again. What is spin? Spin is an aggravated stall, and what is termed also termed as an auto rotation, where the airplane is spiraling in a vertical track towards the ground, and what happens is both wings are stalled, but the wing on the outside of the turn is less stalled than the other because it's at a lower angle of attack. The reason why we do spins is because we want to familiarize the pilot on how to recognize and how to recover from a spin with the minimum loss of altitude.
Beautiful.
And also because of anxiety factors. So what we do is we bring back the power,
do what you're saying and say what you do.
1,000 RPM. We want to maintain our altitude while we lose our airspeed. Apply carb heat and check for any traffic, and that's all the way to idle. There you go, right there, about 1,200. That's for shock only speed. Okay, and apply. Make sure back elevator. And on the ball, and on the throttle, and full left rudder. There we go. Half a turn to idle, half a turn, 3/4 of a turn, and recover.
When you get into the dive, try to be a little bit more aggressive in recovery.
Relax, okay?
Because if you're going into the dive and not keeping the back pressure on the yoke, it tends to accelerate on the speed, and now you're going straight down. Now you don't want to pull. When you're pulling out of the dive, you don't want to pull too many G's. Okay?
Right.
Like this one, I saw that you're, way down there.
I see.
So when you initiate the spin, what you're going to do is apply back pressure on the yoke and hold full rudder to the direction of the rotation.
So just hold it.
Yeah, and keep holding it. The minute you release that aileron, the minute you release that elevator pressure, the back pressure on the yoke, the aircraft wants to dive and get into a dive. It's not going to spin. You're breaking the stall. When you reduce the angle of attack by releasing the back pressure, you're actually recovering.
Right.
What's it? Move control wheel briskly forward to break the stall. You don't want to move it forward to break the stall. You want to demonstrate the spin, which is 2 full turns, okay?
I see. Okay.
Alright, so we're going to pick a reference point. Let's see, where are we? We're here. A little bit this way because we're getting drifted. What is this? Okay, this is our reference point over there. Stay with me on the controls and see what I'm doing, okay?
Alright. Can I demonstrate one again?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do another one. Just keep that back pressure on the yoke. Keep that back pressure on the yoke.
All the way back.
And don't do half a turn. Don't do one turn. Just keep it rolling. Keep that rudder in there.
Oh, okay.
And keep turning until you decide to recover. I mean, you can decide after 10, after 3, after 13. I mean, it depends on how much you can handle. But we need minimum 2 turns, okay?
All right.
This aircraft is certified for spins. It will recover after 15 turns, okay?
Right.
So, I mean, don't be afraid.
Okay, alright, so bring back the throttle to about 12 or 1300 RPM. I'm gonna put carb heat. You see any airplanes? Nope, we're clear. No, we're clear. And apply back pressure.